put everything together, starting from, of course, as you can see, right here is a herb. It's called rosemary. Now we plant this one. I did have it outside when we had these really hot days, and unfortunately the leaves died on us. So I've just trimmed them, and I probably should keep this bit because you can actually use it for cooking. So this is my rosemary plant. There we go. Food for life. It needs full sun and it is in the pot, so it's fine. I've got another one here going. I just trimmed the odds and pieces that died on the heat. So that was quite, whatchamacallit, was burning. So this one, it's herbs and spices called rosemary. Just like my name. Beautiful. Okay, so this one is a outdoor plants. Now, I forgot what they called, but I think one of them is like a naked lady or hippies. This might be hippies because it's got really thick leaves. And this one is mini. And when they do flower, this one is red. Very nice, red, beautiful flower. Now, let me just go through what I have in here. So, I have this. When I bought about maybe 4 years ago, I bought this plant, one tiny little plant, and it was struggling to survive. And I managed to propagate them. And I now have a little bit of a collection, but I'll show you that later on. So I put it in, have to trim it because something's eating it, and I think it's snail. Snail was eating it, and I wasn't very happy at all. Hello, numero uno and Josephine. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful day. I have decided to, instead of doing the souvenir spoons, I'm going through my plants. So let me just show you quickly. I don't have a lot, but because we moved from one place to another, I have reduced my plant collection. But this is what I have so far. So this is our backyard. Let's quickly show it from here. And my puppy dog, Kimba. Come here, Kimba. And Vicky's over there on the corner. She's trying to eat the grass. Vicky, come here. Vicky. Good girl, come. Good girl. There we go. This is my two beautiful dogs. This is Kimba. Call it Kimba from the White Lion. Anyway, we're not showing you off today. We want to show you my plants, okay? All right, just one sec. All right, so in here, I have, these is elephant ears. Oh, you want some attention, don't you? You just want cuddles. Yeah, I love you too. All right, come on, let me do my work. Now, this one is elephant ears. I am going to plant this one at the front because I'm actually, don't touch, they're not good for you. Come on. I'm going to plant this outside. I did try to eat some, but my hand was itchy as because I peeled it and it was really itchy. But that's another story. Anyway, I have my alubati plants right here. I planted this one probably about 3 weeks, 2 weeks ago. And I just used a leftover um, metal frame or stand that Mario used for making my actual plant stand, which is here. This is his work and it's damn bloody good. Okay, so anyway, just a quick rundown. This is my lovely alubati plants, which I'm looking forward to getting it growing right all the way here, so I can have a little bit of a vegetable whenever I want. Because I have missed eating alubati plants. Now I got this one from our house in Bulai, what I managed to rescue. So I got some seeds. Well, no, it wasn't seeds. It was like fruit, and I had it in a small pots, but I've just since replanted here. I trimmed everything, and now there's new beautiful growth. So this is just this size pot. I didn't put it on the ground. I just wanted to put it here so I can control the growth. And when that comes, I will just trim a bit more. I'm going to let it grow a bit more further up. And then if that's, I think 2 pots is enough. It's only me that eats them. Nobody else does. Okay. And over here is my lovely desert roses. Now, A lot of people can't really grow desert roses here in New South Wales because it's cold and it often rain. So what I do, I've been running around every time the rain comes when I water it. So I only have to water this once every 2 weeks. So as you can see, it's got sand on the top, but the soil that I use is mixed sand and mixed premium soil or succulent soil. So the soil is full of sand. So when you water it, it just seeps down through the bottom, but you need to actually water it. So anyway, this is my desert roses. Now I've got at least 20 or maybe more. But I haven't been selling them. I've been giving them away for birthday present or Christmas present at that time. I just feel like sometimes the price is just too cheap for something that you look after for too long. So I have say I was going to sell plants. But unfortunately, I haven't been doing it, just been propagating it. That means making more out of one. So this one is my beautiful baby girl. Actually, I gave this one to my friend about 6 months ago, and it never gave her any leaves. So I said, bring it back to me. I'll take care of it, and the leaves will be here. It is. Anyway, I showed her the picture of it. She's just such amazed that my plants or her plants, it's starting to give me leaves. So I'm not going to give it to her yet until there's a little bit more leaves because I'm afraid I don't know what she's doing with it. But I said to her, put it in full sun, and when it rains, bring it inside. Now, every time it rains here, I do carry every plant of my desert roses, hide it into the garage. So I carted this up and down because I don't want it too much water. So when you put too much water, the roots, which are called the codex, this becomes really soft, and that means it's either too much water or not enough water. So what I can tell, if the leaves are pointing upwards like so, this is fine. If the leaves going like that, that means the plants needs water or needs sun. So I do take them inside, especially when it's too much rain. I think there might be a spider in here. So now this one is about to give me flowers. You see that? Oh, it's going to be so exciting to see what color it is. Because I got this one from my mother's collection, which I still got plenty in Queensland to bring. And honestly, I don't know when. I hope my nephew is still looking after it. And I really want to bring them all out because my mum has taken care of them for so long. I'm not about to throw them out. I'd rather give it away to somebody that deserve it, not just throw it out. So this one here also going to give me flowers, and it looks like a white one. See that one there? That might be a flower. And then also the leaves are super healthy. I did get carried away with putting too much fertilizer before, and I started seeing the leaves getting gray or was dying. So I took it all off, washed the top, and now it's come back. Thank bloody goodness that I didn't kill it. Now, speaking of killing it, if you do too much water, sometimes, or most of the time, I'll just show you on the other side, or maybe you can see it from here. I think this was quite soft at one stage, but wait, I'll see if I can have, or maybe this is not the one. No, this is not the one that's got, although I had to actually cut the cortex because it was dying with too much water. But see, it's nice and healthy, nice and hard, and the leaves at the top is beautiful. It's growing nicely, so it's definitely not going anywhere. Now, over here, I have bottles of water. So when I do propagate, instead of planting straight away, some of the plants are quite sensitive. So, for example, this is this type of plants. You do need to root it first before you can plant it. Because if you just plant it, most of the time they die. But I did have some success. See this? I planted the same time as I put the water here just to see whether they're going to live. But you know what? Because it is summer, It's alive. Well, this one's dead. Now, let's see if this one's okay. Oh, yep. Look, it's giving me roots. So I suppose depends on, just have to plant it with the nodes. This one's called the nodes. So if you plant it here, I know that down the bottom I have a nodes there, so I'll leave it like that. So it will be okay. I also got kamote tops, which I've just cut off from my little pots, and I'm going to make sure that that one's give me roots. Now I do have already one here that's giving me roots. Now where is it? Let me have a look. Okay, here. Ta-da! That's the kamote tops. Now I was thinking even bringing this upstairs because I have a fish tank and I love the roots going around the fish tank water. So I did bought some wiring to attach it to the edge and just let the roots just go crazy. It's good for the plant. It's good for your water, for your pot because your actual fish tank, because it cleans all the, you know, rubbish from the fish. Although I don't have any fish at the moment because unfortunately I killed it. Well, I bought a guppies from my pet store, thinking that I would add more female guppies, but unfortunately it had a disease and it killed my beautiful boys and my other girls. So that is my little water, and what I use is anything you can find. I use this is a candle holder stick thing. I bought this one in Gumtree for like a while ago. I still got a fair bit of them. So I just use that one for rooting. So make sure that mga gamot before you plant it to the pot. So I'm just going to bend my knees. It is quite painful at the moment, but I'm going to show you what I have in here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's clean that out of the way so I can see. Now this is called angel wings. See how the beautiful leaves? So if you put two together, like so, if I don't, make sure I don't bend it. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's called angel wings begonia. Now I only bought one plant, which is like probably 3 or 4 years ago. I've already harvested many, many, many times, meaning I've cut up. So I've cut up per node, like here, and then repot it like I did here. So this one's got 1, 2, and 3. Three cutting, and it's giving me each of the cutting, each of them got the new leaf, new brands growing. So I've got 3 in one pot here. Now I can put it on the market already and sell it, which I probably should try. And there's another one. There we go. Or I can let it grow a bit longer and then cut it up again and then repot it. So the more I cut up, the more I'm going to have. But they love it here because it's under the shade. And all the desert roses, I put it on the top because they need full sun, lots and lots of sun. But anything that's indoor plants, I put it down here on the bottom. Still got a bright sun. I mean, you still get the light, but without being direct, so they don't get burnt. And this is a lovely begonia. So I've got a fair bit of the different types. I haven't even had a heart to actually sell it yet, but like I said, I'm much more a collector than a seller, but I will be starting doing it soon. So, and this can become part of my IBASOR 1ARK, which is act of random kindness. So basically, and whatever I will get, I will help my family overseas, and of course, put back towards my course, my expenses. So this is this. So I think I have. Hang on, let's see how many I've got here. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8, 9. I've got 10 plants out of 1. I'm sure I'm going to make some profit out of it for sure. Let's go up a bit. Now, on the very bottom of the pot of my planter, I've repotted my other plants Here we go. So let's just grab this weed. Excuse me. Now this was in the garden struggling to grow because it was in heat. So what I've done is I dug up a certain amount, put it in the pot, and look how it's growing nicely. The leaves are not burnt because I trimmed that off, and now it's giving me new leaf. There, how's that? So technically I can actually sell this one now. I should take some pictures of it later on and start sharing, but I'll show you what I have in the front. I'll just hide this one for now so it doesn't get burnt, although it is not a very strong heat anymore. But I'll quickly show you out there, and outside is my other plants that it is doing really well, except the leaves are just burning from the super heat. No, puppy, you stay up there. You're not allowed to come here. What is going on? Why can I get out of here? Ah, Mario has cut the grass. Stay there, Kimber. And somehow this must have come off. Okay, here he is. See this? This is meant to be indoor plants. I planted a few. It's growing really nicely. So much there, but I'm gonna dig them out and plant the the what you call it, the elephant ears, because then I'll have a nice and bushy area here with something that I can eat. And then this one, see how the leaves are burning? It's from the heat. Just can't handle the heat. But I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave until they finish flowering before I dig out, which is right there. So I'll have to dig deep to get rid of it and try not to disturb it, because when you do disturb it, they don't like. They seem to die. So when I'm doing this, I'll have to just reduce the actual you know, impact on the roots, because it doesn't like it. But this is one of my favorite plants. It has variegated. I love two-tone or three-tone plants. Unfortunately, see how this is all green? It's telling me there's too much sun, because they should look like this. That's what it should be look like. So I'm going to transfer half of it in the indoor, like so. But it's doing really well in here, except it's just getting burnt. I even got guava plants that I grown from seeds. So hopefully this will continue. I'm hoping this is the one that I like, the white guava. I don't like the pink one. And I've got some in here. I've got, this is a yellow flower orchid. Doesn't really like outside much, but at that time I thought I was experimenting with where I'm going to put my orchids. It is growing, but it's struggling. So this is my front yard. And here's another orchid here. Oops. I'm not going to, I thought I better not pull it. So it can be transferred. And it's about to give me a flower. Look, starting to give me flower. I should have brought my thing. And this is my variegated umbrella plant. Now I'm going to propagate this. I've been saying and I've been thinking about it, and it's growing really nicely. It was very small. I've already done one propagation, but unfortunately, um, it didn't work. It didn't live. So I'm gonna try again. I've got at least I could get, I reckon one here. So cut here, but I'm gonna root it first. I'm gonna wrap it up with um, container and soil, because this kind of plants as well, it's very, well, it's sensitive. If you cut it and you don't have roots yet, they die, because I've done it before. So I could really have a nice chunky um, over here. So I'm gonna root that one there, and then I'm gonna do the same thing as here. So I'll have two. I might just do in here, right there. So then it'll start fresh. It'll start growing again, new one. But or I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. See, isn't it beautiful? It's very happy here. Anyway, I'll just show you the other spot where I want to put my no more. guys if you're gonna go come off. I'm sorry, but it's only because I've got no battery. So I'm just gonna quickly do it just before, so it doesn't. I don't lose it. Marble Queen. Well, actually, this is not Marble Queen. This is Manjola Pothos. Okay, that's one plant. This one is Marble Queen Pothos. So again, I propagated it from one plant. So I've got one, two, three pots, and I've got neon pothos right there. Okay, as well as this is one of my favorite that I. This is the Picasso Peace Lily. I bought one for $120, and somehow I've killed most of them. So this one is called the variegated Swiss cheese. I only got one left. Oh, I only bought one. So I'm going to hopefully have that more and give me more. So this one is a very nice leaf. I did know what the name of it, but I kind of forgot about it now. So I managed to save um two fruit or roots, and now it's giving me growth. I also got this lovely stingray plants. Okay. And then of course you got the other alocasia leaves. I got these beautiful leaves at the back. It's loving the shade. Now this is not gonna be happy when the sun goes blazing over. So I need to swap this for this. This one needs a lot of sun. This one doesn't need a lot of sun. Okay. And that also I have Christmas cactus, the pink flower. I got it from my mom's garden. She had it for, I reckon, over 50 years. And I've just trimmed them. They were dying. I had to rescue them. And look down the bottom. There they are. They'd come back. The leaves are no longer purple, pinkish, burnt. But I took some and repotted. And this is one of the result. And this is my beautiful sibuyas, let's call it. I think so. Anyway, I bought the plants. Then when I trimmed the leaves, I planted the roots, and I've already harvested about 5 times. So these would be my 6th harvest. And inside here as well, I planted a ginger plant. So ginger, I love ginger. So I'm going to leave that one in there. And then these are my desert roses. They're all growing so beautifully in here. I have repotted it from being neglected at my mother's place in Queensland, but now it's growing nicely. Changed the pot to a bigger pot, put a nice, lovely cactus soil, top it up with sand, really fine sand. And wait, I'm going to show you my favorite one. Okay, so tell me what you see, because I think this is my favorite. I call this one Mario. This is my favorite one. Now, of course, it's a bit rude, but hey, if it forms in the bloody plants, I'm keeping you plants. So this is my, I don't know what color this is because I haven't actually seen it flower because they were on a really tiny pot when I first got it and it was dying. It only just gave me leaves in the last month and that's back to its normal shape. So that's my beautiful boy. That's my Mario there. Ha ha. Okay, this one is called Monkey Must. It's a variegated, not variegated. It's like a Swiss cheese, very similar in leaves, except they grow more. Instead of climbing plants, they grow more in the pot. So I have actually done like I bought one plant, and then I cut up. So every time they start to grow long, I cut it up and repot it. So out of one plant, I have got. Let's have a look. I think I may have. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 pots from one plant. So I'm keeping an eye on the growth so that when they do, so I cut it like this, which I just pulled from here. I wasn't meant to be pulling. I thought the leaves was dying, so I tried to pull it, but it wasn't. Okay, so that. Now also, so I start with one plants, all of these from one plants. I don't buy a lot of plants. I just buy one, let it grow and repropagate. That means cutting it up and replanting. So this here, let me do. This is a prayer plants. Oh. So I've started with one plant and I have the parent plant, which is over here. It's hidden down the bottom. It is. So when it starts to grow a little bit higher, I cut it up and then I repot it. So I have more to share later on. Just bear with me. I just move a few plants so I can show you the parent plant. This is also the parent plant for the neon pothos. I have a few growing around. So this is my normal pot. If I can access to it, hoping that my battery will last a bit longer so I can have a bit more show and tell. So this is the parent plants. Okay. So when the leaves or the thing is higher, like so, I trimmed it down the bottom, like here, and then I soak it into the water that I showed you earlier. Once its roots come out, then that's when I repotted them. This, Josephine, you got this at home? So the other day I just cut up. So what I've done is, if you want more of your lady of the night, they call it lady of the night. It's a succulent or cactus kind of plant, but it's a hanging plant. So what I've done is so if you can cut it here now, you can cut this here, soak it with water first, let it roots, and then bang. But these actually, I start straight plant it. So let me just pull one to show you. Just from planting, just from leaves. There. So I cut the leaves. See, it's cut right there. And then I plant it, and look, it's giving me new leaf, and it's got roots. So let's just put that one back without pulling it all the way out. I didn't actually wait for it to roots. I just cut it off and plant. So I've got a fair bit. And then this one is called heart leaf philodendron. So heart leaf philodendron. I haven't got much of this. I kind of kill them because I hadn't really looked after my plants before for a while. But I'm back and we'll be sharing my upload how my plants are going. So I try to put all the plants that's meant to be indoor right on the bottom so it doesn't get too much heat. Now in here I do have lychees. See, this one is Hypistrum dynamite, which I had for Christmas, and that was that beautiful red color plants. And I planted, I think, 6 seeds of lychees. And look, it's growing. It's growing again. Now I hate that one here because I had one when it was growing. We had this really hot days. It just burnt. So this one is growing beautifully. So I do need to transfer this into a bigger pot before it gets too big because they don't like to have their roots disturbed. So guys, just in case my phone switch off, it's because I ran out of battery. I hadn't actually planned a live streaming, but might as well, while I'm talking to my cousin, I might as well do this and show you my collection. So this is the tri-color plants. I got 2 of them from one pot. This is the one that actually don't like transferring a lot. And here are some more of my desert roses. Oh, I think I've showed that already. I've got some orchids at the back. You can see they're from my mother, and they're all growing nicely. I just got them. Hopefully, they'll give me some flowers and new leaves. Of course, they've been a little bit stressed because they haven't been looked after before. As you can see, it feels like I'm starting everything fresh. Okay, now I've got these lovely Picasso or diamond Picasso peace lilies. I started with one pot and I've counted it before. I've got about 20. So once they're malabongane, plenty of these growth, that's when I'll start to sell them. Now, I'm just going to get rid of some of the leaves because they're dying and I don't want the plants, you know, trying to keep a part of their body that's dying anyway, you might as well trim it off so they can concentrate on regrowth to give me more plants in the pot. So I've got about 20 of them. When they become quite a lot, I will start selling them. So I could actually sell them for maybe $15 now, $10 to $15 each pot. But I'm just going to leave it until it gets a little bit more. Okay, I'm not in a hurry to sell them. Now also this is my lovely alocasia. This is the variegated stingray. The other one that I showed you wasn't variegated, and this is the only one I got, and it's giving me new beautiful leaf. So let's hide this one back in the bottom here so it doesn't get burnt, because it doesn't like too much sun. Does like sun, but not too much. And then I have one snake plant that's variegated. I've had this one for so long, I've never really been successful in getting a lot. But the other day I thought, you know what? I'm just going to trim you and replant the leaves. So it's leaves, hopefully they'll come. Let's see if this one's got roots already. Not yet, but it's alive. So I know that they will give me some plants. So I better not disturb too much because I'll kill it. Now on the top here is also my other plants. It's called snake plants. So this, how nice these leaves are. They are new growth from just planting a leaf. So for example, um, see that? Tiny little leaf. I planted it, so I trim it and then I replant it to give me more. I probably need to repot it because the pot is too small, but I'm just going to leave it for now. Put this one back because I pulled it. Probably don't like me anymore. But this is where I started, this tiny little one, and this is the growth. See that? Now that is different plants to this one. This one is the same as this one, but these two are not the same. They're still what you call it, snake plants, Zanzibar. Oh, not Zanzibar, snake plants. Anyway, you can grow them indoor. They're actually really good for the bathroom, but unfortunately, they do need some sun. So you might want to have a grow light if you want to grow something like that. And this is my lovely three-legged desert roses. So again, that's my thing. Now on the bottom here, I've got El Salvador plants, as well as this is Thai constellation. I've got 3 big ones now, but I got 2 little ones. I only started with one leaf, one node, and it's starting to come back. This one is called Cebu Blue. I've run out of them actually. They're very, very hard to grow because they die easily. And this one's El Salvador. Okay, I'm just going to bring this one here so I can show you. That's growing nicely. And then this one is definitely very happy. Look at that, it's giving me these amazing leaves. So beautiful. El Salvador, this is a climbing plant. So I've got three growing in one. There we go. So I'm going to let it grow longer and longer until before I trim to give me more. Just get rid of the old leaves. Like so. So I started with one plant. I let it grow. And now I have, let me see how many I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 out of 1 plants. Not bad. Now this is the monkey mask. I've got, I think, 15 of these one. So let's just put that one back in there. That's true. And the same thing with Picasso. With the lilies, I want to make sure they grow more before I sell them. I haven't got the green pothos. But I'm just gonna have to put it here so that you don't forget that I have it here, because otherwise if I left it outside it will die. I mean out onto the heat. Like I've been killing my Cebu Blue. So let's pop that in there. Try to hide it, not hide it, but away from the sun. And on the bottom here is the Thai constellation plants that I have, and some more of the other plants down the bottom. Anyway, hang on a sec. I need to get up. The cactus, you can just plant per leaf, but so I'm gonna put that one back over here, cover it to the. Okay, so that continue showing you my lovely plants. Cebu blue, so I've got two so far. I really need to leave it alone and stop cutting them. Now this one here is Pothos, but they're called is yellow and green. Which is just a normal spider plant, not the big one, but a small one. This is the big one. It's been eaten by snails, so that's why I moved it over here on the top. I'm going to try to hide you so you don't get burned. Back into here. And then I even planted the pineapple. You know how you buy a pineapple from the store and the stalk or the leaves is still on the top? Actually, no. Yes, that is the top. And I just planted it and look at it. It's happy. It's growing. And I was experimenting on potatoes. So my potato is growing beautifully. Really, Rosa, you get a bit crazy, haven't you? But I planted the leftover potatoes. You know how you buy from the shop and it's starting to give you shoots? Well, I thought I'll put it in the pot and see how it happens. That hurts my hand. Some rubbish, some grass growing. So that's my potato plants. And what else can I show you? So this is my planter that my partner Mario built for me. There you go. That's my plants at the moment. Of course, I would love to have 3 more rows of these. Maybe the opposite. Might have to do some working some magic. Because once I come back from Queensland, I'll have more desert roses. Although I'm not incapable of going yet because I have hurt my back and I'm limping around to go from one place to another. I have just taken 5 tablets, which is 1,000 milligram of antiviral tablets and 1,250 gram of painkiller. So at the moment, I'm not feeling any pain, but earlier I was, even hard to get up. Anyway, I'm so proud of these beautiful alogbati plants. I can't wait to harvest it and have my plant. And then again over here. So I have commodity tubs as well. I will repot to you soon. And then of course my alocasia or elephant ears to plant on the front. So this is my backyard. Here you go, guys. It's quite empty on the other side. So I wouldn't mind having another lot on that side and on that side as well to look exactly like that with more plants. All right, so I'm just going to quickly show you my garage because I have some of my plants there. Now, what's going on? Why aren't you allowed to go out here? Huh? What is happening? Oh my God, it's a mess in here. What's going on? Why aren't you allowed to come here? Oh, why did so this is our garage. It's full of bits and pieces. Anyway, this is my other plants. Oh my God, look at this beautiful variegated. It is doing absolutely fantastic. I could just rescue one. Um, I thought it died because I couldn't see it anymore, but then it started to give me new one growth. So I quickly put it here. And look at it. Isn't it so healthy and beautiful? My gosh. And then I was experimenting with my desert rose, putting it into here in the glass. So I would like to bring it inside and have a lot of plants indoors. Unfortunately, I need a grow light, but it's doing just fine here. So you can see the roots right there. But it got too much rain outside, so I brought it inside because there's no holes, of course, and it doesn't like too much water. This one has a lot of water, but it's still surviving. See how the leaves are turning brown? That's telling me that it wasn't happy with too much water. So that's why I brought it inside and it started to come back. Yeah. Now I might put this one down the bottom here. Oh, gotta be careful with the if it gets more sun in here. There we go. Now I'm experimenting. I've got my terrarium. This is what I mean, planting plants inside a pot. Obviously, I'm not doing too good because what I've done here on the very top is a small desert rose plant. Now, I planted inside a plastic, not plastic, paper cup, but there's a big rocks down the bottom or some log because I want the roots to grow over the big rock or whatever that I had put, if I can remember what it was. So when I take this one off, you can see the roots coming down and it would look really amazing. Okay. And this is my variegated syngonium. Now, it is growing higher and higher every time I see it. But unfortunately, um, if I trim it now, I will lose these beautiful leaves. So I am keeping it as is. And hopefully, I will regrow some more. Well, I got some here. See, I propagated it already. I bought this one under parent about 4 years ago for 120 bucks. And it was only probably not even, definitely not as good as that one. Okay, but this is the baby one. See its roots. And here's another one as well. The thing is, the plants can only be worth what people are prepared to pay. So I can put as much as I want, but if people don't want to pay it, that's why sometimes you look after plants, it takes forever to grow. And when you sell it, people don't want to pay it unless you get the right buyer who just, happy to spend the money because it's what they want. So over here I did this, let's show you. There's a desert rose, the baby desert rose here. It's giving me leaves, so that means it's happy. But it might need, oh, I think I just wrecked the, I don't want it to die yet. I mean, to disintegrate because I want the roots. Oh, that's not good. It's not even giving me anything yet. Look, it's just healing from being trimmed. Reason I did this is because being outside in the sun and the rain, it had too much water and the roots, the codex, which is the body, actually died. So what I did is I trimmed it, and because it's healing, it just healed, it'll start giving me roots. But it needs a lot of sun. So, but then the rest of my plants here doesn't have any. They're indoor plants, so hopefully I might repot that one later on for a smaller pun. No, Becky and Kimba. Yeah, that's what they do. If someone walk past, they go crazy. This, I got this one from my mother, and I managed to rescue it. It's staying alive, so that's the main thing. Now in here, inside here is another plant as well. Like I bought one for 70 bucks. Hello. Kimba, Becky, don't get too excited. And then I trimmed it and planted a little bit So I got 1, 2, 3. I think I got 3 or 4. Oh yeah, 4 right there. So I just started with a leaf, with a node. It's not very happy there though. Never mind. Okay, before my battery ran away from me on my phone, this is my um needs cleaning under leaf Monstera Thai constellation. So I get at least 5 or 6 plants now. This one I can sort of start ready to sell. Probably $150 each because it's not so bushy. But I have sold them before for $250 when they were, nicely done. It's just because in here I had to cut the leaves because somehow it got burnt. And I've got Cebu blue in here. I just need to repot that one. So yeah, so if I sell this one now, I might get I might be lucky to get 120 or $100 to be sort of be safe. Okay, so that's that. Now let me show you the indoor one. Whatever I've got indoor. Now you stay in there. Oh, so nice and cool out here. Stay down there. No, don't want your company. Okay. This I need to put outside. I did plant it before. This is my giant spider plants. It's not very happy inside. So I'm going to put this one outside to get sun this afternoon and get rid of some of the water. I think it's too much. I've watered it too much. And this is it's called just a green pothos. It's like the devil's IV, except it's just all green. There's no variegation. And then this here is my normal monstera, green monstera. I experimenting growing in the water and somehow so far so good. Now this one here is actually meant to be aurora plant. You know, the variegation, which is starting to give me one. I had a mother plant and it died on me. So, oh no, it didn't die, just struggling to grow. So I trimmed this one from that mother plant and it's growing in the pot. So it didn't mind being here, but and then I might start putting in the pot. It will look better. I just don't want it to be outside in the sun. Okay. And then I have my orchid. It's called my little open terrarium. This one from my grandmother. Because my sister, my other stepsister, she just left it outside. So I rescued a few. This is one of the one that survived. So hopefully it'll continue to survive. I bought this lolly jar container. This is a snow queen pothos or the jade pothos. And it's doing just fine in here. I'm going to let it grow before I trim because it's the only one I got left. So let me just twist it around so I can show you. And I put my collectibles item, the Fred Flintstone characters. So here, just quickly show you that around. And that's the other one. And then this one is confetti syngonium. It's got pink flecks all around. And then when I was eating my fruit, I also planted the seeds of, I'm guessing it's peaches. Peaches. I just didn't put the name on it on here. So I got peaches plant and another one, which I need to repot before it gets too big. So that's my peaches. And then again, my monstera, just a normal monstera. It's growing nicely in here. There we go. See, look, it's even giving me some leaves. Now, how am I going to rescue you later on? I just got to repot this. This is the only one I got left. But I do have plenty of my mother's plants because mother's place, I managed to rescue them before it died. So I've got at least 10 pots over there that I will rescue. So anyway, guys, this is it. I'm going to take you back outside to finish up. And thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. Whew, it's so cold. It's nice and cool outside. Actually, it's hotter outside and cool inside. Don't you go upstairs, you two. Kimba and Vicky just love playing with Ming Ming, but it gets overwhelmed. So let's finish up and wrap it up my beautiful show and tell of my indoor plants. This is my little planter, as you can see. I'm just really proud of my alogati, that's all. So excited, it's so beautiful. So looking forward to harvesting you and my desert roses. So this is my plants. It's not full yet, but we'll get there. Oh yeah, hang on, I just seen my giant spider plants that I have repotted the other day. Apart from the other one that I showed you. Ta-da! There we go. Ever since I put it under here, it's just growing so nicely. The one that I've got up inside the house, I'll bring it outside so it goes like this, nice and healthy. Because at the moment, wasn't happy. So that is my spider plant. So let's put her back inside so it doesn't get burnt in the heat. The same as this one. See? And I also started with one plant. And like I said, that was the parent plant. Okay. So guys, thanks for joining me and catching and watching my live streaming of show and tell. This I can't wait to repot. This is actually lychees. Lychees. So now when we buy some fruit and we have this lovely seeds, well, I just planted in here, and I happen to have, I put 6 in there, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 alive out of 6. I think that's pretty good numbers. And then that's about it. I hope you like it. I hope